Guinness World Records might just owe Vexbolt, this guy here, a page in their book, and this is why. This young man has achieved something unprecedented. He has mastered perception branding, the same strategy used by companies like Apple and Coca-Cola. But here's the thing. While these companies use physical products to create a sense of exclusivity, luxury, and emotional appeal, this young man did his with a virtual product and nothing more than a meme and the catchphrase, "Let him cook." Think about this. Apple has actually programmed everyone with that perception branding that anytime you hear Apple product or anything close to Apple, the first thing that comes to your mind is luxury. Same thing with Coca-Cola. Whenever you hear Coca-Cola, the first thing that comes to your mind is the best drink or best fizzy drink, and you start craving for it almost immediately. That is emotional appeal, perception branding. And now, whenever you hear "Let him cook," the first thing that comes to your mind is Vexbolts. How did this guy achieve this? Now, this is how it started. Earlier 2024, Vexbolt made a video of him in a crowd where he was actually expressing disappointment that amongst these people here, nobody is actually aware that he is the one or the originator of the sound, the catchphrase, "Let him cook." At the time, millions were using that catchphrase, "Let him cook," but no one knew where it actually came from. Nobody knew who the owner was. That was how this young man started the journey of creating an identity revolving around "Let him cook." Vexbolt didn't just want to own the sound, he wanted to own the identity behind it. He took a virtual product, a meme and a catchphrase, and transformed it to a personal brand. Late in 2024, this young man pulled yet another one. He inadvertently made people to start following him to the point that he lost 5.5 million followers in a single day. The movement of mass unfollowing of Vexbolt in 31st December 2024 was a thing that almost everyone in the world got talking about. It gave him a groundbreaking engagement and got him a lot of attention from everywhere in the world. Over 5.5 million followers gone in a single day on December 31st, 2024. This is supposed to enter the book of records, Guinness Book of Records. I mean, you don't necessarily need anybody to tell you that nobody has actually done this before, and for anybody to try it again would be very difficult or near impossible. But here is the thing, while this unfollowing was happening, he was actually getting engagement. People got curious about Vexbolt to know exactly who is. Honestly, I got to know Vexbolt just last week because it got to a point I said, no, let me go and find exactly what this Vexbolt is all about. I thought it was a car. But not until I realized that he's the owner and the creator of that sound, "Let him cook." He has actually achieved what he wanted. He wanted people to not just know the sound alone. He wanted people to know the creator. I've actually known the creator. This is a very genius idea, a very brilliant move from a young man. Not only that Vexbolt has actually given an identity to the catchphrase, to the sound, he has actually monetized it as well, the same way Apple, Louis Vuitton, and all that has actually done to their products. But he's actually doing this on a virtual product, on a catchphrase.
Hey, excuse me, what do you do for a living?
I said the "let him cook" meme. Yeah, no, let him cook now. Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
No one has actually done this before, to the point that Mr. Beast, the biggest YouTuber in the world, actually invited him or paid him a visit to grant him an interview and at the same time make him an ambassador of his cereal box.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook. Sir, it's cooking.
It didn't stop there as well. One of the biggest jeweler in the world, Johnny Dang, I think an Asian guy, also invited him to his show or whatever he had at his place to come perform "Let him cook," a 3-second catchphrase, "Let him cook." It has never happened in the history of the world before.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
This is to tell you that it is not just about the idea, it's about harnessing the idea. There's a reason why an idea is brilliant, yes? But then it takes harnessing of the idea for you to get the reason why it was brilliant in the first place. It's safe to say that Vexbolt is the only person who has actually turned a virtual catchphrase into a cultural and financial empire. The internet is actually full of brilliant ideas. You remember the fish pie guy, the fish pie catchphrase, because they still the same thing. Just faded away like it never happened. This is because it takes more than just a brilliant idea to be successful. During the time Vexbolt was actually trending, about the catchphrase and how it's actually, putting an identity to it last week, somebody came out, I think one of our brilliant TikTokers as well, with the name Greatest of All Time, he said that people are actually dignifying Vexbolt with an identity, but it has a sound that has actually gone viral, that has actually gathered millions of views and millions of listening, that is actually evident on TikTok and everywhere, but nobody has actually given him such recognition.
Wait, so Vexbolt could say the meme, let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. And you guys could copy him in 2024 and give him 8 million followers. But when I say the meme, hey! Make una help me! Hey! Nobody cares. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Now, this is the thing. It's more than just having brilliant ideas. What sets Vexbolt apart is the ability to harness the power of his idea. He identified the elements that could make Let Him Cook more than just a meme or a catchphrase. He turned it into a brand, a movement, and an identity. Let this be your reminder and the message to you that the world doesn't just reward ideas alone. It rewards those who bring their ideas to life. So you ask yourself, what is your Let Him Cook?